Why am I literally obsessed with filming reading vlogs? I am so excited for this reading vlog because there's going to be a lot of things happening and I just can't wait. My plan for this reading vlog is to kind of do like a reading routine and like what I do after I finish reading a book and like all the fun stuff of like journaling, Pinterest, like you guys. Also in this video, I'm going to be doing a mini haul right now because I went a little bit of book shopping yesterday. But before we get into everything, I'm going to talk about my most recent read. If you saw my latest reading vlog, you saw that I picked up these 3 books from the library. And bad news, guys, I DNF'd these 2. The first book that I DNF'd was My Killer Vacation, and I'm really sad because I know a lot of people love Tessa Bailey. I was not loving Miles and he just gave me the ick and I couldn't do it anymore. The other book that I DNF, I don't know if I'm gonna like forever DNF this book because I just think I'm not in the mood to read this type of book right now, and that is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I think I'm not in the mood to read a thriller right now. I got like 60 pages in and I was just like, I want to read a romance. But the third book that I got, The Bodyguard by Catherine Cenner. Literally a 5-star read. So of course this is fake dating, which if you don't know, it's my favorite trope currently and I'm obsessed. And it just had like the perfect like twist to fake dating with like her being his bodyguard and him being famous and just like perfection. I loved it. I definitely recommend you guys read this book, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about this. I haven't heard much about this book. I've only heard like maybe 1 or 2 people talk about it, but it's so good. And she has another book coming out this year and I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Okay, I switched up the angle and now I'm gonna give you my mini book haul. So yesterday I went to Half Price Books looking for the Shatter Me series and they didn't have the first book, which I was so sad. I really, for some reason, I was just like, they have to have it. Like, they didn't. They had 3 of the series there, but they were all hardcover and I have something against hardcover. But I did find, come on, and paperback, really good condition. Like, are you kidding me? $6. So this is my current read right now. I haven't started it like at all, which is what this reading vlog is gonna be, of me reading this book. I really hope I like this series. I have had this in my TBR for ages. Next book that I got, I actually got at Walmart, which is, I know, kind of weird, but I was running some errands and I of course went into the book section, and guys, it was kind of an impulsive buy, but I have been wanting this book, specifically the whole series, for ages, which is, I don't know when I'm going to start reading this book, but I know that the second one is really good, I heard, and then even the third one. We're going to pick up this book right now because I want to read something other than romance, and I said that last time and then I DNF'd it. But I feel like this is going to be it. So let's get reading. Not gonna lie, it's been a few days since I've added to the vlog. I'm still reading Caravel. I'm about 40 pages in, but I just haven't been in the reading mood these last few days, but now I am, I guess. Not much has happened, but I do want to get deeper in the plot because I know it's gonna be interesting and it's gonna make me not want to put the book down. So I think I'm gonna get myself a coffee and sit down and force myself to read and get into the reading mood, and then hopefully I will get into the book and then we can continue with the reading vlog and it's not me staring at my book for 2 days. So let's do this. I finally finished the book. This book was really good. I ended up giving it a 4-star rating only because it took me a little bit to get into it, but after the first like 80-ish pages, I was in. Like, I literally read 300 pages yesterday to finish this book. I plan on ordering the rest of them and finishing up this trilogy. She even has a playlist at the end of the book, which I literally made on Spotify because I'm obsessed. And yeah, I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. Even if it wasn't a 5-star rating, I was like immersed in this book. Like, I even fell for some of the like deceptions and lies in it. And I know that the second book follows her sister's point of view, and without giving any like spoilers or anything, I just did not enjoy her sister. So I'm kind of a little bit weary reading the second book since I just generally don't like Scarlett's sister as much. But I know in the second book, at least from research that I've done, that everyone loves her and the characters that are introduced in the second one. So I do want to continue. And then the third book, I'm pretty sure, is dual POV with the 2 sisters. So I think that will be interesting. But now I am super excited to do my reading routine, what I do after I finish a book. So I actually have 2 reading journals. I haven't talked about the second one, but the first one is this notebook that I just have, and I don't have much in it. I just have my reading log, and then a series tracker, and I'm gonna have to add Caravelle to it, but that's kind of all I have. And I do want to add more into my physical reading journal, but I recently just started a reading journal on my iPad. I got this idea from Brando's Books on TikTok. She started her reading journal on Procreate, and I don't know why I never thought of doing that. I took a lot of inspiration from her and created my own. So I'm gonna give you a little tour of my reading journal, and then I can show you how I journal after I read a book and make a certain spread for this book. So this is the cover page for my reading journal, and you can kind of see the aesthetic that I was going for. This is the first spread, which is a book of the year bracket, in which I will narrow it down. This obviously is my TBR page. This is where I keep track of my reading goal and fill in each square based off the aesthetic of the book. And here is where I keep track of the books that I read each month. And then this is an actual spread of a book that I read. So to start off my reading journal process, I will begin filling in my reading goal with the color that I associate the book with the most, and obviously fix my mistakes right there. Moving on to the monthly spread, I will add an image of the cover of the book and then begin to fill in my star rating, making sure that I do the correct layering. But then after I do that, you can kind of see how it looks like. My favorite part of my whole reading routine is looking at the aesthetics on Pinterest. I have a whole board of different sections of the books that I read and with their aesthetics. So as you can see, I just begin saving my favorite images to my board. Next, I will create the spread for the individual book, and every spread that I do is different. For this one, I took an image of these curtains and blurred it in the background, and here you can see I'm just simply planning where I'm going to put stuff for the spread. Guys, I'm editing this vlog right now, and I realized that one, I never showed you the results of the Caravelle spread, and I never ended the vlog. So here's the results of the Caravelle spread. I really liked how this turned out. I think this really fits the vibe and the aesthetic of the book, and I obviously turned off the layer with my review on it because that has spoilers, but overall I'm really proud of how it turned out, and I think it looks really awesome. Sorry for the really weird ending, but I hope that you enjoyed today's reading vlog, and I will see you in another video.